My grandmother's name is Juanita. My grandmother is miraculous. You don't know this, but in my culture, it is believed that anyone named Juan or Juanita can perform miracles. It has everything to do with a small brown peasant named Juan Diego, who witnessed a miracle. He saw flowers grow on a rocky hill where none had grown before. He gathered these flowers in a mat, which were then transformed into an inexplicable image. Then he spoke to the Mother of God. Ever since this small brown peasant did this, his name has become something sacred. His name has become something not to be taken lightly. My grandmother Juanita is sacred. My grandmother Juanita is someone not to be taken lightly. I saw with my own eyes my grandmother perform one such miracle. All of the familia was gathered at my grandmother's house for a Christmas feast. The adults were seated at the adult table. The children were seated at the children's table. The in-betweens were seated at the in-between table. It was from one such in-between table that I witnessed the miracle. After a Dallas Cowboys loss to the hated Washington Redskins, my family was seated, hungry, and angry when my grandmother delivered the most tragic news that can be delivered at a gathering of 40 hungry Mexicans. Cállate, pendejos. Cállate, pendejos. Listen. I have some bad news. I placed my faith in Tío Jose. He was to watch the pot cooking the tamales. That pot he was to watch was left on high heat too long. Mira, do not hold this against Tío Jose. He cannot help the fact that he is a pendejo. It was an accident. Todos los tamales have been ruined. Curses filled the air. Fists were clenched. Knives were drawn. My grandmother's living room, dining room, and breakfast nook were going to be the site of the bloodiest battle in the history of tamale warfare. Believe me, if you've never been in a room with 40 hungry Mexicans and no tamales, then you've never felt the utter and total fear of impending doom. Then, my grandmother's voice rose above the tumult and crashed down on us like waves. Cállate, pendejos. Listen. There are many hungry Mexicans here. Y no tamales, pero I can feed you all. Then, she took the phone in her hand, untangled it from the tangled cord that enveloped it, that protected it, that held it together, the way she enveloped us, protected us, held us together. Then, with this phone cradled gently in her hand, she called Domino's Pizza. Blessed are those small miracles that just might save the world. Thank you.